it's Janita Rogers here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and hit that notification button. Go ahead and subscribe so you will never miss another video. Who am I? I am a licensed realtor in North Carolina with HPW, Coldwell Banker HPW to be exact. Now we are doing the home buying process. I know there's a lot of questions out there, a lot of misconceptions out there. Some buyers are on their own. Is that you? Is that you? Are you on your own shopping on Zillow and Trulia and just, kind of doing yourself a disservice because the home you're looking for may not even really be on the market anymore? You need someone who has access to the multiple listing service in your area and can give you update and concrete information about the homes in your area and the home that you're looking for. Nevertheless, this video is all about the average closing time on a home. So in that first video, we talked about the 6 necessary steps to purchase or close on a home. We talked about hiring your realtor, getting the pre-approval, searching for the home, putting in an offer on the home, a little bit about that due diligence and home inspection process, the appraisal process, and then we talked about actually closing on your home. What is the typical time frame of all of this? What is the time frame, Janita, of all of this? Because this sounds like a lot, sis. I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. Let's talk about the time frame of all of this. Okay, so what is the average closing time on a house? It's about 30 to 45 days. Just being all the way honest with you, 30 to 45 days, not that long at all if everything is in order. The pre-approval, again, really should be done before we go looking for homes. And then when you secure that home and you get under contract, your lender should be working effortlessly. Okay, to get you that final approval on that specific home. That's inputting the taxes on that home, inputting the home insurance on that home. Now that we have an actual address with an actual county, an actual city, whatever, that lender is to secure and approve that specific home in the budget of home loans. That's why I'm not the mortgage lender, I'm the realtor. But either way, that is the what she should be doing now. So when we're talking about all those steps that we discussed last week, the typical time frame is 30 to 45 days. I'm actually going to pull up my Instagram because I am putting up a post about this right now. So give me a little bit. I'm going to insert actually a graphic here that breaks down the closing time frame for you guys. Also, I want to let you know that it doesn't have to be confined specifically to 45 days. It could be a little less, it could be a little more. You're putting that in your offer to purchase as well. Remember, we're going to keep talking about this offer to purchase because that's essentially the groundwork for this whole transaction. Remember. It's up to you and what the seller agrees. So if you need a short close, if you can close at a shorter time frame, great. If the seller can move out of their house in a shorter time frame, great. If the home was already vacant, great. If you need a little bit more time to close, if it's going to take them some time to close, those are the negotiations that should have already been worked out during the offer, counter offer, just throughout those negotiations. So, give or take 45 days, but as an average, we're going to say 30 to 45 days. So the first thing, the negotiations and submitting an offer, what I was just saying, that could take anywhere between 1 day and 5 days. It could be as quick as a few hours where you submit an offer and they reject it or they like it, but they want to tweak a few things. Maybe they want more money. Maybe they need a longer closing time. Maybe they want a little bit more deposit. Whatever it is that they want, they're now countering your offer. And you guys will go back and forth in that, or I and the other agent, your agent and the other agent, whoever it is, will go back and forth in that. And again, it could be as quick as a few hours, 1 day, or it could go back and forth a few days. Also, if you're in a really, really hot market, you could end up in a multiple offer situation. So you're submitting an offer, but so is a whole lot of other people. I am tongue-tied today. So is a lot of other people, and the seller may just need to take some time to look over every offer and get back with the highest bidder or the best offer and do that type of thing. So negotiations can take 1 to 5 days. So we're going to go ahead and make 5 days that time frame just for utilizing the maximum time for most of our time. So after we have done our negotiations and submitting our offer or of the offer, then we're looking at the actual sales contract. So the actual signing of the sales contract is going to take us about 1 to 3 days. So you may get a verbal acceptance on your offer. Now it's up to the sellers to sign it. Again, it could be in a few hours. Maybe you got notified that they accepted your offer just by simply submitting back that initial offer and with their signatures. Maybe they called your agent and said that it was accepted. Maybe you guys were going back in negotiations, and once you have a verbal agreement, you're just waiting on signatures. When you submitted that offer, you had already signed. But we don't have a contract until we have both signatures on the paperwork. So again, the offer submission and those negotiations, anywhere between 1 to 5 days, and then the signing of that contract, anywhere between 1 and 3 days. So now we're at a maximum of 8 days. Next, we need to secure the financing. So this is what I was just saying. You should have already been pre-approved. You should not be looking for houses. You should not have put in an offer unless you knew without a shadow of a doubt that you would get approved. Now, of course, there are things that are going to pop up in the middle of financing, documentation that's going to be needed to close the deal, but you should have already spoken with a lender, giving your budget, giving your income, credit check, debt to income, all of that should have already been done, so you do not put a deposit on an offer, or so that you do not, let me go back a little bit, so that you do not submit an offer that gets accepted, because once it gets accepted, that due diligence that I just talked about in the last video is now going to be expected, and you cannot get that back. Okay, you are telling the seller that you're serious about this home. It is not their fault if you cannot secure financing. It's not your fault if you cannot secure financing, but I'm going to be honest with you. It is absolutely your fault if you never spoke to a lender to know where you are in the process to begin with. That's what you don't want to do, and hopefully your agent has not let you do it. But either way, in high hopes that everything was done correctly, now we're taking 21 to 30 days to secure financing. And that means we submitted an offer, we went through negotiations, we got the contract signed, and now it's time to get our home inspections. Now it's time to order our home appraisal to make sure that the home is worth what we're purchasing. In our home inspection, we're going to look and we're going to see what maintenance is needed. Is the roof in good condition? Is the HVAC in good condition? What about the flooring, the walls, the electrical system, the plumbing system? All of that is going to be checked in the home inspection. And some things the lender doesn't need to know. Some things the lender does need to know. All of that is going to be put in underwriting, however, to secure that final approval. And that should take about anywhere between 21 and 30 days. So, now that you have submitted an offer, now that you have done negotiations, now that you have signed the sales contract, you have to execute it, now that your agent has sent it over to your lender and you have begun the final approval process for getting the loan, you've done inspections, you've done appraisals, and you get the green light to close from your lender, and you get to the closing table or the settlement table at the lawyer's office, that is anywhere between 30 to 45 days, give or take. I hope that helps you understand how long the process is and why it's that long or short, give or take. Again, the steps are the same across the board. The processing is different depending on the person, the home, the loan, that type of thing. I hope these videos help you in your home buying journey. This is the Home Buying 101 series with Janita. Journey with Janita. Hit that subscription button, that subscribe button if you haven't already. That way you can never miss another video. You will always be in the know, and you can just learn a little bit. Even if you're not in the market to buy real estate right now, you will be well prepared when you are ready. Share this video. Sharing is caring, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, dolls and gents.